some trolling. Sam caught a nice queenfish, and we caught some barracudas, and then we put out the shark rod, and I just managed to catch a 2 meter roughly black tip shark and successfully catch and release. We got the burley bag out there with all sorts of fish scraps. Today, so we still got trevally and heaps of really bad smelling fish. Fishing big Tiagra, Shimano Tiagra 50W. Are we? Yeah. Oh, but I think we're gonna pass it from the line. Is that what you reckon? Oh yeah, okay. Well, we may just have to reset the boat for a second. So yeah, shark fishing, just caught that big black tip. So we got the hook back out of him. We got some bait ready, and in a second Sam is gonna rig that all up. And very useful for us, we got a big D-hooker on the metal pole that we're using to de-hook the shark. Here's our burley bag. It's a lot of stinky stuff into the water. Yeah, it looks so nice and quiet here, but trust me, once you go a bit further out, the wind is pretty strong at the moment. So here in the background you can see the CBD of Darwin. Hi Real Fishing and hi Derek Jones. So hope you guys enjoy. So for the ones who are just joining us, we are doing shark fishing out of Darwin, CBD of Darwin, Northern Territory, Australia. We just successfully caught and released a big black tip shark, and in a second, once Sam has put up the boat in the right spot, we're just gonna hook that mackerel there in the back and let it down. Don't forget there's the bag out still. So we got our burley bag with all the smelly fish from yesterday's catch. That should be fine. Plenty of room. So yeah, we'll fish it like where we were. No. So we're fishing 50W Shimano Tiagra paired with a Daiwa VIP saltwater series. So that's all a 50 lips combo. We got a 300 pound wine on leader on it, and then we got a massive steel trace, a little pyramid sinker to keep the bait down. Then we got our steel wire and a big circle hook, and there we're gonna put the mackerel on. Well, Sam has just a floating pilchard that he puts out there, and he's gonna rig the mackerel in a second. Yeah, too windy to go further out on the ocean today. It's very windy, so we are close to the shore. There's so many sharks here in the Northern Territory, so I just went through the bottom drop. Yeah, so this is still the head of a Spanish mackerel that we caught yesterday. So they have been marinating in their own juice overnight, and the temperatures here in Darwin are all between 20 and 30 degrees, so the fish is nice and smelly now, perfect. So we want a lot of hook exposure like this. There's still the guts hanging on that mackerel, and well, that's what we're going to put out. Like I say, we got the burley out here. We got our shark de-hooker tool that we're using to de-hook the sharks. Well, now we're gonna put, yeah, leave it off. So we're fishing in 10-meter water. Getting asked what the biggest shark that I've ever caught. That would have been roughly 4.5 meter Mako shark in New Zealand. Also successfully tagged at that time and released. So we are happy with all sorts of sharks. It's just to have a bit of fun with them. It's exciting. So the last black tip that we caught jumped out of the water a few times. Oh, I think you had already a bite. 5.7 meter. Don't be too deep, eh? Oh yeah, there's the double line. Okay, well there was just such a big.
That's it, I said, yeah.
Yeah.
Sit there.
Yeah, just so that he can he pull off nicely, or maybe loosen it a little bit, just so he can just go. And then once we set the hook here, that's perfect. How's the weather down here? Well, that's the beauty of the Northern Territory in Australia. The temperature, it's chilly in the moment at night with 15 to 20 degree plus. During the day we have usually about 30. It's our dry season, so there's not too much humidity. Makes it very nice. So in the next 2 months this is gonna change to something called the build-up. So humidity is gonna go up to 100%. It's gonna be no more wind, but very, very hot during the days. Very good for fishing though. If you guys check out the 747 channel, there's lots of videos of what we're usually doing. We love to target giant trevally, Spanish mackerel, and all sorts of game fish. So we're about a month away from our marlin and sailfish high time, where the wind is going to drop and we'll be able to go further out and hopefully hook up on marlin and sailfish. Yeah, so that's the seasons a bit here in the Northern Territory. We don't have winter or summer. We have wind season. That's usually after Christmas till about April, and then the rest is the dry season. Not much rain, beautiful sun, and there's tons of fish to be caught out here, that's for sure. And we're just waiting for the big shark to come. Yeah, so earlier we did some trolling with some big Rapala X-Rap lures, and Sam managed to catch a nice big queenfish and as well a barracuda that unhooked himself next to the boat, but we are not unhappy when a barracuda does that for us, and we don't need to touch him and risk our finger. Sam has just spotted something. Yeah, there could be a school of fish on the sounder. So we're running a Lovrens HDS 7. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it further over there. We got a big fire, so that's a bit normal here in the Northern Territories. There's lots of bushfires going on. And then how much does an average shark fishing setup cost? Rod, reel, line. I mean, you know, you can go to cheaper depending on where you're fishing and how big the sharks are. I mean, this is normally where we fish for marlin and big tunas. So I think a Tiagra reel, if you go second hand, you may score her for $800. If you go like US dollar, and a rod about $200 to $300. There's lots of line on it. So yeah, maybe 1,500, but like, yeah, second hand, we'll for sure be able to score something that does the trick. Come on, Sharky. So here we have a peninsula on the other side of Darwin. That's called Pandora. This is Darwin CBD. That's a spot called East Point. Yeah, dedication for sure. So already been out yesterday for an incredible 8-hour fishing trip. Big trevallies, big mackerels. Video is gonna come up very shortly. There's already a few shorts on the channel, so make sure you check out what we're usually doing. Lots of exciting sport fishing. what else are we fishing? So we fishing, this is called a carpenter rod. We're usually doing top water. We've got a 8000 Zaragoza from Shimano. Sam is fishing with a Daiwa Salt Test.
40.
Yeah, Daiwa Salt Test 40. So that's, we rather go a bit quality gear, Daiwa, pen, or preferably Shimano. It's just stuff that lasts, and the reels especially last way longer than anything else. On the sounder. So more fish we got, more is the chance that there's going to be some sharks coming with. Of course, they're getting also attracted from our burley. So that's just carcasses of fish that we filleted yesterday. Yeah, can't go wrong with Daiwa. Yeah, like I said, Daiwa, Shimano and Penn. When it comes to reels, rods, there's a lot of different people doing some good rods. But yeah, reels, it's not that easy to build a proper reel. Yeah, we have to say too, so Darwin is beautiful, the ocean is beautiful too, but for no money in the world would I go and swim here. We are at Darwin, Northern Territory, Australia. There's sharks. I'm not too worried about sharks, but we got saltwater crocodiles, and we had box jellyfish and another very small, tiny kind of jellyfish. So lots of different critters that want to kill you, basically. We had a crocodile over there on that beach that you can see in the very far over there last Sunday while fishing. He was just following us in a boat and hoping one of us would jump in. What's worse, sharks or saltwater crocodile? I would definitely say, because we do not have great whites here, we got the occasional tiger shark, so they may be called man-eaters. But yeah, crocodile definitely see humans as a source of food, and they will eat you. There is no doubt. We've got some big ones up to 5 meters here, and yeah, and they're sneaky, very, very sneaky. We have seen them following us and just standing away from us, just hoping one of us wants to go for a swim. So yeah, very sneaky animal, prehistoric, huge, very, very big. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it took us about 15 minutes, last like 20 minutes, half an hour ago, before we had the first shark on. So I'm pretty confident that that reel is gonna start screaming at one stage, because like I said,
Maybe as soon as I go to have a bit of food.
yeah. So Sam has a feed, so hopefully the sharks are gonna want that too. Oh yeah, massive fire over there. Well, that is not really bushland, eh? That's city. It's Nightcliff. Yeah, that's an area called Nightcliff. Seems to be like a pretty big fire. Nah, crocodiles do not travel in packs. We have, or what happens mostly, the males are very, very dominant. Bigger they are, stronger they are, they're having areas of the rivers for themselves. And they're having usually a few females with them. Even if the name is like indicating something different, but the saltwater croc is actually living in fresh water. They're just using the salt water to move from one river to the other one. So you have them in the ocean, but most of them are in the rivers and creeks that are surrounding Darwin. Owen, yeah, what's up? Yeah, we're saying hi as well. So there's a few cool things to do in Darwin. There's like a crocodile park where you can go and swim with crocs. Check out the channel We have a video about that too. You're getting lowered into a crocodile pond in a glass dome of setting, and that's really impressive to have a croc very, very close to you. Yeah, so we got Darwin, we got the airport, so we got a few planes landing here. Oh, somebody from Texas, yeah, alligators. But Texas, I would be really keen on alligator gar. You guys fishing for alligator gar? That's still something on the bucket list. So, yeah, a bit like a croc, yeah, but definitely a fish and
a freshwater snout,
yeah,
then a fish body.
Yeah, like a long body.
Like a garfish on steroid.
Yeah, garfish on steroid. Yeah, that's how you alligator gar. So I think Texas they have them there. Oh, the wind is freshening up, so I don't know how the audio quality is. Yeah, there's some wind gales coming through, pushing the boat. Yeah, well, we talked earlier, we did some trolling, and we may gonna do some trolling a bit later. So we're using those Rapala X-Rap deep diver lures. They're going 30 feet, so roughly 10 meter. Solid quality, and there's some big bite marks on this one. So we catch all sorts of fish: trevally, barracuda, Spanish mackerel, all sorts of fish with it. Here the guy here, Stephen, has the gas are full in his backyard of his house. Oh yeah. Oh, well, guys, we're gonna stay live for another few minutes, hoping to get a good shark bite to show you. It worked so good when we started with it, so that's why we decided to do a live stream and hopefully get the excitement.
Honestly, something coming up and like, boom.
Yeah, it could be
Pulls the boat, yeah.
anytime somebody coming and biting into the burley bag. In New Zealand fishing, yeah, we had the blue shark would love come and just go and bite in it. No, there's no red drum here. A bit similar fish, not from the log, just from the Y there. The R is called Barramundi. So this is the number one like freshwater / saltwater fish that Australians love to chase. Similar to red drum, so moves between brackish water into rivers, out in the ocean. So we got
Dream or something.
There's a big thing following the boat, hopefully. I mean, yeah, it could also happen that a crocodile bites on the shark bait. That's totally possible here.
That'd be a cool video.
Well, I just cut the line, eh? I don't do what we're doing with sharks.
Just roll and roll and roll and then probably snap it at one point.
Yeah.
No, yeah, if we lifted it up and there's a crockhead,
He gonna try to bite us. Yeah, that's also the difference. If you try to unhook a shark, they're not really trying to bite you.
I think they'd be a bit smarter than sharks and biting a hook.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess they go in cages.
Yep, that's our nice 4.5 meter CJ. So that's an Australian alloy brand. Got a big motor guide electric motor on it, and center console. And we don't need really a cabin because it's so warm here in the Northern Territories that, well, even if we're getting wet, we're drying very quickly in that sun. And yeah, what else do we fish? Sam fishes with those new Nomad squid lures. So we got all sorts of fish. Come on, Sharky.
I think it's right about here when we hit them.
Okay. So the skipper reckons that's roughly the spot where we hooked the first black tip shark about half an hour now ago. Yeah, yeah. So very confident. Another fish that's possible to hook up because there's a lot of rock structure. We got some big Goliath groupers here, and you're definitely gonna need that type of gear to get them. Hold on, Miguel. Yeah, now we had luck, so we caught some fish before, and we're using some of the frames to attract the sharks. We caught one big shark so far, and that was pretty good fight. He jumped a few times out. We got that all on the GoPros. We were on live at that time, so the videos are gonna come up on that channel shortly. So guys, please do me a favor. We're still growing as a channel. Make sure to subscribe. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe on YouTube, and hit the like button on that link. Check out all the other videos. Check out also Sam's channel. What's your channel, Sam?
Ziggy's Adventures.
Yeah, you will see a lot of cooperation. So we're doing a lot of fishing with Ziggy's Adventures and Bali Fisho. So that's a bit the crew here fishing most of the days together. Oh yeah, now we keep fish for ourselves. So like what Sam has there in the bag is most of them are the frames and the heads from the fish we caught yesterday. So we love eating Spanish mackerel. We got some yummy fish here in the tropics, coral trout, tuna, snapper, so just not sharks. Yeah guys, let's give it another 10 minutes. Hopefully we're gonna hook up a shark. And the wind plays tricks with us because now the wind seems like it's dropping. And in the next 5 minutes we're gonna start breezing up again. Hi Donna. Yeah. And then shark wise we got a bit of everything here. There is big hammerhead. There's tiger shark. Most common is what we just caught. Black tip sharks. Sam managed to catch a massive, I think it was lemon shark, big lemon shark, nurse shark. Yeah, there is big bull sharks as well. We're still waiting to hook one of those up. They're supposed to be pretty feisty and nasty. So it's gonna be interesting when we hook the first bull shark. Oh no, it's not cold here, that's for sure. We like have a easy 30-degree. What is that in Fahrenheit? Because he has 100 where he is in Texas. Oh, yeah, we are very bad with converting into Fahrenheit. Like everything is around Celsius. Oh, shark thought. Oh, that's a bite. There was a bite. Okay, just let it. He will come. He's gonna come back. That was definitely a solid hit. Come on. I mean, you could wind in slowly and just release it again. Just check that the bait is still on. So that was a really good hit. We are far away from the bottom. So that's a double line coming in. No, the head is still... Oh yeah, he took a chunk out of it. Okay, just let it back down. And we are too deep. We are just fishing 2 meters under the boat. And we are 10 meters deep. So that was nowhere at the bottom. Come on, Sharky, give us a live bite. come back, Jack. Oh, that was definitely big. You could see he had tune on that mackerel, so he must have just grabbed it. Maybe a smaller shark that he wasn't able to eat the whole thing. That could very well be. Yeah. Oh, we got a nice dragonfly who has
Surely that means good luck.
yeah, nice big dragonfly on top of the rod. Let's see, has good luck and a bite indicator. So I would think if that rod goes off, it's gonna fly away. Like averagely 40 to 60.
Yeah, right, that's all right.
That's our birdie bag. Come on, Sharky, come back. Give us a light bite.
Come on, mate. A little bite.
Yeah, that's shocking. But yeah, that's why it's called fishing. It's not always guaranteed. Well, in Darwin, it's not very often we are not catching anything. So there's lots of fish here, that's sure. And yeah, for the ones who just joining, that's Darwin, Northern Territory of Australia. Very tropical surroundings. It's our dry season, so a bit more our winter. So the nights at 15 to 20 degrees, the days at 30. And not too much humidity. It's a very nice climate at the moment. The wind that was with us most of the day seems to be dropping. What is a good thing, so we may be able to go and do some different type of fishing. So how do you read the monitor that shows the ocean floor? So that's a sounder. Yeah, well, let's maybe have a... Oh, there is something definitely under us, following us, I would think. There's one big line. So yeah, well, that's a sounder, and it starts from here. So this is always the newest picture. Over there is what was lays in the past. So the bottom we can decide and see depending on the color, if it's a stone bottom, sand bottom, mud bottom. And then we have the whole water column here. And then we can see different fish. Here, that blue mark, I don't think it's the bait. It could be just something following. Everything that's red on the sounder will show fish. But yeah, seeing fish on the sounder doesn't mean you're gonna catch them, because that's why it's called fishing. It always includes the chance of us not catching a fish. Well, that's definitely single fish here because it's red, 6 to 8 meter. So
Should I put the line a bit deeper then, because it's not going very 2 meters?
yeah, maybe just let it go a little bit. Now that the wind is dropping. Just don't go too deep, so we're not hooking the bottom. Yeah, you guys cannot smell what we were smelling, because the bait we had, that's now over there in that green bag, was for 24 hours roughly, or a bit less, in a cooler box without ice in 25-30 degree, and it stunk really, really bad. But sharks kind of love that stuff. Yeah, we're fishing East Point out of Darwin, Australia. Still hoping for a big shark. Caught already a nice 2-meter black tip on that rod, and it's not too long ago, so we're very confident that we're gonna hook up something else pretty shortly for you guys. Like, no, it's 84, so that's pretty good. How is it from Hawaii, mate? I went for skipjack tuna. Yeah, Hawaii is also on the list. Yeah, help us guys, subscribe, so hit the 10,000 subscriber. I can make a living out of it and then go to all your places that you guys telling me about. Hawaii would be, of course, spectacular also for fishing. What else do you catch apart skipjack? I think you got GTs as well, like big trevallies. Come on, give us a shark.
Anything.
Yeah, well, shark.
There's nothing even on there. Nice small fish on there. Orchard.
Yeah, we're fishing Darwin, Northern Territory. There's lots of fish, lots of fish on the sounder. In mid-water here, there's like a whole school. There's some single fish a bit above. There's definitely something on the bottom. And yeah, we're fishing Northern Territory, Australia. Now that the wind is dropping, we can feel the heat. It's always one or the other. Or it's too hot, or it's too windy. So, but we rather have no wind. It's going to make it easier to see the schools of fish. Got a massive fire over there. Oh, they get some jacks and wahoo in Hawaii. That's nice.
Wahoo!
Wahoo! Yeah, there's some wahoos here as well, but you need to go far out on the ocean. At the moment, it's just too much wind for that. Live stream for 33 minutes now. We're gonna give it exactly another 7, and if we haven't caught a shark by then or hooked up a shark, gonna end it, and then I may restart a live stream once we have a proper hookup. There's always limited battery life out here. Unfortunately, some of the areas that we're fishing is just no cell phone connection. We don't have a Starlink receiver here on the boat, so we can't live stream from the outer islands at the moment, but that's a project too. So help us, subscribe, hit the like button, help us grow, and then we can invest in a Starlink and have the Starlink with us on our big offshore expeditions. Oh, the fire, that's a question. So Northern Territory, very dry. I think it's past Nightcliff actually, so it's possibly just bushland that just burns. So what we're catching here, we're catching trevally earlier today. We had some queenfish, barracuda, big trevallies. We caught a black tip shark. So we're just trying to catch a shark at the moment. We got Spanish mackerel, that's what we caught yesterday. School mackerels. Yeah, there's so much fish. If you go bottom fishing, you got some snapper, all sorts of snapper. We got coral trout, was a very spectacular fish, strong fighter, very good to eat, beautiful color. Yeah, but you need kind of a book to take with you here, because there's so many species that sometimes you really don't know what you caught. Yeah, that's the Niagara 50 with the Daiwa salt test, with the shark bait out, burley, the shark hooker that we just used to get the big circle hook out of that black tip shark. Yeah, but typical fish, very likely once we're gonna stop the live stream, that's when it's gonna bite. like camera shy. Yeah, barracuda on a lighter rod. Very nice. So what tunas do we got here, Sam? We got some long fin tuna. That's a majority. Yeah. Yeah, it can be up to 10 kilo, 10, 15 kilo. Barracuda is very different, like Australia, New Zealand. Barracuda not very popular, doesn't taste very good. But I have caught barracuda in the Atlantic Ocean, and they're beautiful to eat. So I think that's a bit different every corner of the world. But yeah, very good fighters. We had 3 of them behind the boat. Sam hooked one on his deep diver lure, and then I flicked a soft bait to the other ones that followed him and hooked the other one, and then we managed to lose both of them. Yeah, so we're in the moment in 14.8 meter water, and we're just drifting across the harbor. So deepest points here is 40-50 meter in this harbor, what we call the harbor entrance to the Darwin harbor. And yeah, the whole coast here is not too deep. You need to drive quite a bit, about 2 hours, to reach some water deeper than 200 meter. Good thing of Darwin, there's no swells like me coming and fishing lots in New Zealand where you have massive Pacific Ocean swells. We don't need to worry about swells here. Yeah, fly rods and cooler. Yeah, we haven't tried fly fishing here. We're just doing mostly jigging. Spin overhead rods. Yeah, so like that's the overhead rod and reel combos with fishing, carpenter rod with Shimano Saragossa, and then we have like the Saltist 40 Daiwa. Then we got the big Tiagra reel for the shark. It says cover your mic here. The problem is it's the wind here is quite strong, so it's just for my phone. So it's really hard to cover this up. We'll give it a try. Okay, we gave the sharks 5 minutes, so we got 1 minute left, but nothing bites now. We may just gonna move on, go to a different area, give it another shot there. Yeah, guys. Already caught 1 shark. For the ones who haven't subscribed yet, please do us a favor, subscribe to the channel 747 Fishing. And I'm gonna stop that live stream now. Hope you guys enjoyed. Check out all the other footage that we got on the channel. There's a bit of everything: trout fishing, barramundi fishing, tuna fishing, deep water fishing, jigging for giant shrimp valley, diving with crocodiles, catching mud crabs, and a whole lots. Okay guys, peace out. Catch you guys on the next one. Ziggy's Adventure says farewell. That's us for today. Or maybe later if we hook something good.